1, 2, 3. Fuck the Packers. That's the intro for tonight because I had to have some issues, but we are live. It is the NFL Roundtable Talks. This is Kneecap Biting with Smoking Jeremy B. And how's everybody doing tonight? I got Tommy Cutlets, also known as Dan Leonard. Are you there, Leonard? You got yourself muted. Yep. You muted. There, are you there, Leonard?
He muted.
He's all muted. I can't hear him. Keegan, how are you tonight?
I'm doing great.
And what about you, Jordan?
I'm doing good. The tank is on.
Yep, the tankathon is on. You won while everybody else won around you, other than the Panthers.
Yep.
Will, how's your Panthers doing?
Hey, they're the only team that's worse than us.
They are the southbound of a northbound horse. The south end of a northbound horse. That sounds about right.
Yep.
Well, eventually Leonard will get back. So Stroud, Levis, and DeVito are looking like the 2023 class is better than the 2022 class than last year. What do you guys think about that? Keegan?
I think it's dead on. So 2022, you have Kenny Pickett. He wasn't playing out too well.
Sam Howell.
And Sam Howell.
And
Yeah,
Brock
Desmond Ritter.
Booty cheeks.
Malik
Yeah,
Willis.
Those guys have not been.
Who?
Malik Willis.
Malik Willis isn't even an afterthought.
Yeah, Malik Willis is on the bench.
Matt
Bailey Zappi.
Matt Corral.
I don't even think he's on a roster.
He is. He's backing up somewhere.
He's the backup in Carolina.
For Carolina.
No.
Is he back in Carolina?
And we got Braylon Dennis coming in saying, "What's up, guys? Donkey Kong, Super Bowl or bust." And James Burgess is laughing at Malik, and Donkey Kong goes, Willis. What you talking about, Willis?
Should have been a Lions quarterback.
Dad Hudson says, "Hey, guys. Good to see everybody. Unfortunately, my restream isn't working right tonight, and we had to go live because that's what I scheduled the show for, so we're going live here. What the hell? Let's go. That's right.
Well, think about it. In this draft class, you haven't even seen Hendon Hooker play yet.
Nope.
And Anthony Richardson only played like a game and a half before he got out. So you haven't really even seen this whole class yet.
And James Burgess is having a hey Ken, and we got a hey James, and I'm quite sure we'll see Patty Grimes in here before too long. But that being said, Stroud has got 23 touchdowns, and DeVito's in second place with 9. And behind him is Mr. Levis with 8.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That's pretty. And old Kenny Pickett has 6.
Oh, yeah, but he was last year's class.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying, though, compared. Like, Will Levis has only been starting, 5 games, and he has 8 already? And
right.
Kenny Pickett
played all but 2 games.
Yeah, he's played like 11 and started 11 and only through 6.
And in other news, the Chargers quarterback, Justin Herbert's out for the season, so we will get to see North Dakota State star Easton Stick get his first start in the NFL.
I'm surprised it's not Max Duggan, honestly, or Max Duggan, however you say it.
Duggan.
Yeah, one of the two. I'm surprised they don't start him.
I dropped a Duggan.
Yeah, the sample size of Stick is tiny because, like we all know, last week he only played a little bit in relief of Herbert. He was 13 of 24 for 179 yards, but that is a tiny sample size.
You can't have the name that you can't have the last name Stick and play in the NFL. I'm sorry.
No, I agree. And for the last topic, I wanted to say, yes, I agree. This year's quarterback class is better than last year's, even though I agree with Jordan. We haven't seen Hendon play.
I would argue better than 2021.
It's borderline. 2021, let's see. You had Justin Fields, Mac Jones, Trey
Trevor
Lance,
Lawrence.
Zach
Trevor
Yeah, I
Lawrence.
think
Wilson.
it's better.
Trevor Lawrence is about the cream of that. When you say,
Yep.
So it's
As
better
a
than
whole,
the
yes,
last
it's
2
better.
years.
Wait a second. Wasn't Purdy Mr. Irrelevant last year?
yeah, he's the only one from last year that I have above everybody else last year.
Yeah.
There's Patty Grimes. What I say?
Patty.
He comes in and says, "What's up?" from Graham Blank.
What's his name was 2021 too, I think. Quarterback for the Eagles, right? Was he 2020?
Jalen Hurts. He was 2020.
Yeah.
Okay. I was thinking he was the same.
Nope, he was 2020. He just didn't get to
Okay.
start his first full season until 2021.
Because I know he wasn't a first round pick, he was a second round pick.
Second or third rounder, yeah.
Yeah, he was a second rounder.
Yeah. But yeah,
Yeah, I think 2020 this class is better than I think the 2021 class that they hyped up.
Bring in Malik Willis. For what? To be the ball boy?
Yeah, for real.
Graham Blank, when I was growing up, Buick Open was 51 weeks of waiting. Yes, Graham Blank was awesome for having the Buick Open.
Well, think about it. The last time we got two good quarterbacks in the class was what, like 2018?
Yep.
Lamar Jackson and Josh Allen, 2018.
Yeah, that was a good.
That was the last class we got two.
And 2017 was Carson Wentz, Jared Goff.
That's 2016.
Or 2017.
2017 was Patrick Mahomes, Deshaun Watson, Mitchell Trubisky.
Yeah, that was a good class, really.
Yeah.
Because Mitchell Trubisky, say what you want, he did good for the Bears.
Yeah, and then like I said, Watson. I mean, I know he's not Watson of 3 years ago or whatever. But
If it wasn't for Matt Nagy, I mean, Mitch Trubisky might have still had a job.
True.
Yeah. Well, he does have a job right now.
Yeah, screwing it up.
The only one through the 2021 is Trevor Lawrence.
Yep.
Yeah,
that's the best one out of 2021.
Yeah, but you could argue Trevor Lawrence was the best out of the last three class.
Yeah, Joe Burrow was 2020, right?
Yeah, Joe Burrow.
I'm saying that's what I said. The last three, I think you could argue Lawrence is the best one. Him and Stroud.
Mitch always beat the Lions. Thank God we don't have the Steelers on the schedule this year.
Mm-hmm.
That's all I got to say.
But I want to see what Stroud does in year 2 and year 3 before we.
Right, I'm just saying.
Or he's better than Lawrence
for rookie seasons. This class looks better in their rookie season than the last three.
Yeah,
I agree.
And technically,
I wouldn't say the last. I don't know about the last three. I think the last two.
I wish.
Because 2020 did have Burrow, Herbert, and Tua. I know.
Yeah, that's a good class.
Yeah, those three all went top 6. So now it's a pretty good draft. So I think 2020 was the best class, maybe other than 2018.
Wasn't Jordan Love 2020 also?
Yes.
Maybe.
Yeah, pick 26.
Sounds right.
They traded up from the second round to get him because they traded away their first pick.
That sounds right.
He was drafted before Jalen Hurts was.
Yep.
What's the guy the Vikings took? I think they took somebody like in 2021, and they thought he was going to be the next coming of like Patrick.
Kellen
Mond, the kid out of Texas.
Yeah.
Right?
Texas A&M.
Yeah.
Yep.
Yeah, they thought he was going to be like the next freaking Patrick Mahomes, and he went in like 2021. He was a bust. I don't even think he's in the league.
He is.
I think he's the backup for the Browns, or he's the third string for the Browns. Go ahead, Jeremy.
My last topic tonight is fantasy football has lost a stable of proven winners this season that are out for the year. I mean, look at how many players went down that cost teams possible championships because of what they were projected to be.
Oh, yeah, tons. Aaron Rodgers,
Deshaun Watson, what he was supposed to be coming into this year. Everybody said he was going to be better.
Aaron Rodgers, Deshaun Watson, Kirk Cousins.
Justin Herbert.
Yeah, Justin Herbert. Well, especially right now, since most fantasy leagues still playoffs.
I will say one thing. Nobody was picking Kenny Pickett before round 10.
Nobody was picking Pickett.
I understand that with him around good receivers and good tight ends for fantasy. You could have a winning season.
But compared to what he did last year, Najee Harris, the
Yep.
drop off
yeah.
he had, you might as well say he got injured for the season because he's
Well,
booty cheeks.
I'll
this
tell you
year.
who's been a big disappointment in fantasy football this year: Austin Eckler.
Yes.
And Ramondre Stevenson.
Yeah.
Compared to what
Eckler's
they
been
did
up
last
there.
year, and Chuba Hubbard for that matter.
Yep.
Well, and I know he's on a bad team. Miles Sanders hasn't been that good either.
Yeah,
He
he plays for
terrible.
Miles Sanders. He was always an injury away from being off of a fantasy roster, anyways.
Yep.
Because he was pretty good last year for Philly, but
Yeah.
this year he sucks.
Miles Sanders just sucks in general.
And now we get to the fun part of the night, the part of the show we all love to do, the pick'ems.
Oh,
And
that's
Kyron
already
Williams was
on the
a
pick'em? Yeah.
cheap draft pick last year. Yes, what was it, a 5th round or 6th round pick
Who?
last year for the Rams? Kyron Williams.
That sounds
Yes.
right.
Mm-hmm.
All right. Tomorrow night, we got the LA Chargers visiting the Raiders. Is anybody picking the Chargers with Easton Stick?
I'm
Dan?
gonna pick Brandon Staley's job is gone after the season. That's what I'm picking.
Yeah, I got that.
Yeah.
Dan, who you got?
I'm going to take the Chargers just because the Raiders couldn't even put up 3 against the Vikings.
Oh,
Well,
quick question.
Raiders-
Would you change your mind because Keenan Allen is hurt?
No.
the Raiders also didn't announce who's starting at quarterback this week. Their coach, what's his name, Pierce or whatever.
We're
Yeah,
sticking
he-
with O'Connell.
It's going to be O'Connell. Yep.
They're going to stick with O'Connell.
Yeah, I know. I saw a report this morning that said they didn't announce who their starter is going to be. or
Patty
something.
Grimes said, how's that trade going for Carolina? Considering they've had 1 win all season, I think it went pretty well for the Bears.
Yeah.
Keegan, who you got? Vegas or Chargers?
Vegas.
Will?
Vegas.
Mr. Edelman?
6-3. 6-3 Raiders.
I kind of think the Raiders are winning that too.
I'm going to change my pick. I'm going to say the Las Vegas Criminals.
Yeah. Right.
I don't fantasize over football. I'm fantasizing they wear these 3 numbers, 36, 23, 36. Hike!
Hey, the Chargers should move back to San Diego. At least they'll make the playoffs. And They can't make the-
Ulrich, the wing T.
they can make the playoffs in LA.
And then next we got the Minnesota Vikings traveling to face off against Jake Browning. Now remember, Minnesota is starting Nick Mullins. Yes, they have Justin Jefferson back, but for how many snaps? It's Minnesota versus the Cincinnati Bengals in Cincinnati. Who you got, Jordan?
Cincinnati 27-13.
Will?
Minnesota's defense is solid, but
So
I
Cincinnati's.
liked what we saw from Jake Browning last week. Put us all shocked. I think he's going to shock Minnesota. Give me the Bengals.
Keegan?
So now that Jake Browning has showed something, I have a feeling Jamar Chase is going to have a good game, and since he's going to win.
All right. Mr. DeVita, Tommy Cutlets,
Tommy Cutlets.
what you saying?
I think it's going to be the Bengals.
I chose the Bengals as well. I don't think it's going to be close.
Okay, let me ask you guys this: who has more receiving yards, Jamar Chase or Justin Jefferson?
Chase.
Chase.
You think
Jordan
Chase
Addison.
does?
I think Chase does by like 50.
Really?
Also, Chase didn't
Yeah,
miss
because
as much-
Jefferson missed like 5 weeks.
Yeah.
Yeah, he did.
Yeah.
Stop fucking missing.
All right.
One thing about that injury is
Next
that
up.
Amon Ra could have that same injury and be back within like 2 or 3 weeks.
I know.
Speaking of fantasy football, you know who else might be out this week for the playoffs?
Who's that?
The number 1 fantasy wide receiver, Tyreek Hill.
Oh, yeah. Tyreek
Yeah.
Hill got hurt. We got Chicago traveling to Cleveland to face off against that defense. Ooh,
Yeah, Justin Fields is gonna crumble in this one.
The two good defenses going against each other. Who you got there, Tommy Cutlets?
I'm going with the Bears.
You're going with the Bears. Wow. Who you got, Keegan?
I took the Bears too.
Oh, wait. I'm going with the Bears anyway, but I completely forgot Joe Flacco starting for the Browns.
Yeah, Joe Flacco is starting.
Hey, that's my thing.
Flacco.
Yeah, but he's good for 300 yards every week.
Yep. Will?
Browns.
Jordan?
The Browns, 24-10.
I'm taking the Browns as well. And you got Pittsburgh going to Indianapolis to face off with the Colts. Who you got, Jordan?
I got the Colts in this one, 20-16.
Will?
I got the Indianapolis Pat McAfee's winning this game.
Minshew Mania, baby.
Keegan?
Minshew Mania. I gotta go with Colts.
Tommy Cutlets? Yeah, he must be busy. I took Indy. We'll come back to him. Atlanta at the Panthers. Who you got, Keegan?
Atlanta. Not even a question.
Will?
Atlanta.
Jordan. Okay, Pittsburgh at Indy. Who you got?
Indy.
Okay. And Atlanta at Carolina.
I'm going to go with Carolina, actually.
Wow.
No.
Okay, Jordan, who you got?
Come on, Carolina. I need you this week. Come on. That's our number one pick, Carolina. Come on. We need you.
Yeah, we need y'all to show up because I'm tired of the Bears having the first pick overall.
17-16 Panthers.
But I chose Atlanta because I don't see it happening either. Tampa Bay at Green Bay. Who you got, Jordan? This is a tough one to pick, really.
Packers 21-17.
Will?
Packers have been playing hot lately, but you know what? They lost to Tommy DeVito, and I don't like the Packers. I don't like the Bucs because they're in my division too, but give me the Buccaneers.
The Succaneers. Ooh.
Who you got, Keegan?
First of all, fuck the Packers, but but this week I have to take the Pack. They have a hot hand right now.
Go Pack, go!
Their streak just ended. What are you talking about? A hot hand right now? But anyways, Tommy Cutlets.
We are going with the Tampa Bay Buccaneers.
I went with the Tampa Bay Buccaneers as well because fuck the Packers. We got the Houston Texans traveling to face off the red-hot Will Levis-led Tennessee Titans. Who you got, Tommy Cutlets?
CJ motherfucking Stroud's Texans.
Amen. Keegan.
Is he cleared?
Yeah, is he cleared?
Yeah.
Davis fucking Mills, baby. Let's go.
Who you got, Keegan?
Well, right now, what I'm seeing is Nico Collins is questionable. Tank Dell
is out.
Tank Dell is out.
Damian Pierce is playing.
Dalton Schultz is out.
So his weapons are gone. So I think the Titans are going to end up.
Stroud's in. Texans win. That's all I got to say.
So they still
Will Vogel.
Hang on. So they still have John Mechie, Robert Woods, Jordan Phillips, Devin Singletary, Damian Pierce. He's got plenty of weapons.
I'm just talking about his main ones.
I'm still taking
the only one that's out is Tank Dell.
I'm still taking the Titans because nobody on the Texans will be able to stop D-Hop.
Give me the Texans.
Derek Stingley.
Give me the Texans.
Yeah, and he'll be looking like Trayvon Diggs.
Not quite, but anyways, who do you got?
He'll bite on that corner route.
You're taking Titans, huh?
Texans.
No, I said talking to Jordan.
Oh,
I'm taking the Titans, 24-17.
I took Houston. New York Jets at Miami. We already saw the Jets can't defend at home. How are they going to defend at Miami? Tommy Cutlets?
Yeah, you got to go with Miami, but I'm low-key hoping that Zach Wilson comes out and has another phenomenal game just so that it just kind of sticks it to Robert Salah a little more.
All right. Keegan?
Fins.
Fins? Will?
Dolphins.
All right, Jordan?
Hot take. Miami Dolphins don't win a game the rest of the year and miss the playoffs.
Wow.
They finished 9-8, and they missed the playoffs.
Well, I am taking as our buddy James Burgess calls them the predatory sea mammals.
I got the Dolphins this week.
How are they going to stop Jalen Waddle?
All right. Washington Foreskins at the LA Scams. Who you got, Jordan?
I got the Scams. They've been putting up some points the last couple of weeks. They put up, 36 against the Browns? 30, even though they lost to the Ravens, they put up 31. I got the Scams.
Yep. Who you got there, Will?
Rams, too much Nakua and Cup.
Don't forget Kyron Williams. Don't disrespect him like that.
Yeah. Kyron Williams has had back-to-back 100 games. Keegan.
Scams.
Tommy Cutlets.
We go with the Scams.
I took the Scams as well.
You guys are going to play them in the fucking first round of the playoffs. That's going to suck.
Stafford versus old team, baby. I'm calling it.
The 40 Winers versus the Cardinals.
49ers.
Who do you got there, Tommy Cutlets?
I got Christian McCaffrey going off for 200 all-purpose yards and 3 touchdowns.
Keegan?
49ers. I don't even know how this is even a question.
Yeah, are either one of you two taking the Cards? Because I'm not.
No.
45-0.
45-0.
49ers.
At least score one because Rondell Moore will just break out somehow. And
Here it is.
Little tiny Mighty Mouse will hit him.
Dallas facing off against a team with a winning record that they could have a 500 record again. It's Dallas at Buffalo. Who you got, Tommy Cutlets?
Oh, I hate this one. Dak's playing like a top 3 fucking quarterback. CeeDee Lamb's probably top 2 in the league in wide receiver right now, and Micah Parsons is going to eat Josh Allen's lunch. So I'm going to go with the Cowboys.
Who you got, Keegan?
Cowboys. You know what? Cowgirls.
You can't even disrespect them like that right now. They're playing great ball.
Yeah, they are playing like Cowboys for a change.
Yeah,
They're not even playing.
That's just their normal nickname by now.
I know. Okay, who you got, Will?
Dem boys.
Them boys. That's what I thought. Who you got, Jordan?
I'm projecting this is going to be the highest scoring game of the season in the NFL. 48-45 Dallas Cowboys.
Wow.
I'm taking the Cowboys, and I would take the over this week, too, because I think the over is like 48.5. I would definitely take the over, but I don't know about both teams hitting the 40s. I'd say probably both teams in the 30s easy.
Yep.
The Eagles put up more points than the Bills, and Cowboys didn't let them put up a ton.
Right. Philadelphia at Seattle. Geno Smith is out. Drew Lock is in. Who you got, Jordan?
Philly is about to lose 3 in a row. Give me the Seahawks.
Without a starting quarterback?
Yep. They'll just hand the ball off to Kenneth Walker.
Is DK still in this week?
Who knows?
Drew Lock's about to be a dog this week. He's going to be good for 1 week.
Dude, he wasn't bad last week. He was playing good until DK suplexed that dude. He got himself ejected.
Yeah, DK's always trying to suplex somebody.
I know.
It's going to be 50 degrees and raining in Buffalo on Sunday.
Yeah. Dak's winning. Dak Prescott is my MVP right now of the league.
Cool question. How is the Cowboys in bad weather?
$50 and raining with a chance of thunderstorms, actually. But
I don't think 50 is too bad.
no, 50 is not too cold for Dak.
No.
He's
No.
played
If it was like,
degree weather just fine.
if it was like 30 and rainy, okay, but
Yeah,
50,
like today there it's 32 and it's going to be 50 there Sunday.
50 is not bad.
So I got Philly taking down Seattle and knocking them further down that playoff list.
Yeah, I'm
Same
taking
here.
I got Seattle with a bounce back.
And Donkey
Philly's-
Kong says I think I'll go under the 48.5 in the rain, and that's a possibility.
Philly's
But-
not playing good right now.
I got Philly.
I'll still
winning
take
that
those
game.
frauds from Philly, though.
I'll still take Philly. They're only they're a 3.5 point favorite right now going in.
Give me Philly as well.
All right.
Let's go.
A lightning bolt hits Dak in the ass, and he becomes a religious reformer like Martin Luther King.
Oh God, that's funny.
+2, James. +2. Baltimore at Jacksonville.
This ain't gonna be a game.
That's going to be a massacre. Who you got there, Jordan?
31-13, Baltimore.
Well,
Baltimore because of their defense.
Well,
Keegan.
what I saw is that Roquan Smith might be out.
Well, that's good for Baltimore then, because the Rams like to throw the ball, and Roquan Smith sucks in pass coverage. So that's a good advantage.
So I think honestly this is gonna be the closest game names they're gonna have.
Let's
But
fucking go.
they'll still come out on top with a field goal.
Tommy Cutlets. Baltimore or Jacksonville?
Baltimore.
I took Baltimore as well.
I do think Jacksonville has potential to keep it close, though.
Yes.
Kansas City at New England. Raise your hands if you're taking New England.
I want to, but I can't.
A ticked off, a crybaby Patrick Mahomes Chiefs ticked off team against this Patriots team. I'm taking the Chiefs all day.
Yeah.
They might do how Miami Dolphins did the Denver Broncos earlier this year. This might be a 70 burger.
That's if the wide receivers can catch a cold other than in Wuhan, China.
True.
Hey, all they gotta do is throw screen passes. Our defensive backs can't tackle.
Screen passes to Travis Kelce and Rasheed Rice because they're the only ones that'll catch the ball consistently.
How
And
did
splash
Kelsey
in.
do last week?
Yeah.
How did who?
Lately, when Taylor Swift is in attendance, Kelsey has like one of his doesn't really have a good
Kelsey's
game.
Kelsey's on pace for his worst year of his career this year.
Yep.
So if he's not having a good game, Mahomes is gonna start crying.
Kelsey's gonna retire after this year.
Oh, I'm pretty sure, but both Kelseys are retiring.
As soon as the season's over,
You think Travis retires soon?
Travis
and
retires.
Jason.
Travis retires and marries Taylor Swift. Watch.
There has been rumors about Travis retiring.
I think he's a Hall of Famer though.
Well, both of them are.
You guys know this fun fact too. If the Chiefs lose somehow, they're not going to lose. But if they lose somehow and the Broncos win, you know the Chiefs are not in first place.
Yep.
I think they're in first place right now. I don't even think they're in first place right now.
That's
The,
awesome.
the Broncos would be in first because before
last but not we got the Denver Broncos coming in to face off against the Detroit Lions. And we all know the last time the Denver Broncos lost, guess what? They were in a dome. Who you got, Jordan?
what's Jared Goff is showing up?
The whole O-line is practice this week. So probably the good Jared Goff.
Okay, because it's good Jared Goff. I'm taking the Lions. This is in Detroit, you said, right?
And it's in Detroit.
Mm-hmm.
I'm going to say 31-23 Detroit.
Well,
Lions in a close one.
Keegan?
I'm gonna say Lions with a game-winning touchdown.
Tommy Cutlets.
Yeah, I'm going to go with the Lions, even though this one is honestly hard this week to do that.
It is hard to do that, but I'm taking the Lions too because, well, I'm a homer now.
Homer Simpson?
Not that much of a homer.
He ain't picked against the Lions all year. Why now?
I did pick against the Lions, if you forgot, week 2.
Really?
Seattle.
Oh.
I said we haven't beat Seattle yet, and I don't see it happening this week.
You were 50-50 about on week 1 though.
Yeah, I was 50-50, but I did end up leaning towards the Lions.
A couple
And
weeks
the
ago,
Lions have not lost a back-to-back game all season. This is
now
true.
that you said that, actually, a couple weeks ago, I thought I was my prediction as who the Lions were going to play was the Seahawks, but now it's not looking like that.
Yeah, the Seahawks don't have much of a chance anymore.
Yeah, they have to win this week to keep any chance.
They would
alive.
have to win out, and Geno Smith is supposed to miss 2 weeks minimum. And with Drew Lock, I don't trust him.
Nope.
Yeah. Especially against Philly.
But yep, and Donkey Kong's exactly right. The Lions have not lost back-to-back games all season.
Yep.
And Seattle's pretty depleted. I mean, Kenneth Walker does not look 100%. He's having the lowest yards per carry of his career. He's at under 3.
Yep.
Braylon Dennis says Lions 27, Broncos 20.
You know what? Why not be funny if Pete Carroll ends up retiring and they bring in Mel Tucker?
Oh, God. Well, if that's the case, and the NFL already said any coach that gets suspended in the NCAA, they will honor that suspension.
Really?
So if Harbaugh gets suspended and he wants to leave, he's still going to be enforced by the NFL.
Right. They've already said that because of the whole rumors about Harbaugh coming to the NFL if he gets suspended. So Mel Tucker's already been suspended for a season before he ever gets another job. That means he'll be suspended in the NFL for a season.
Yeah, and that's a red flag.
Yeah.
That's not something I don't think any team would give him a full salary. They might do like a futures contract type thing. You know what I'm saying? And say, yeah, you can be the guy next year, but we're going to hire an interim guy. And if the interim guy wins, guess what? He's not going to get his job.
Yeah.
Yep.
That's a bullshit rule, Braylon Dennis said. No, I'm Goodell, because it's happened lots of times, and it happened once before when Pete Carroll left USC because they were getting sanctioned from all the people that were getting paid back then.
Yep.
And they got caught reduced by 10 scholarships, and then Pete Carroll decided at the last minute, well, I'm going to Seattle, boys.
When Alabama wins it all, when are they going to investigate Alabama for cheating?
Right. Well, ever since NIL, it doesn't matter anymore.
Yeah.
They got like fucking been cheating for years ever since
I don't think they're beating Michigan.
Yeah, ever since Satan's been there, you're right.
Yeah, Nick Satan. Don't like that guy one bit.
Wow.
Yeah, Carroll left USC in the lurch pretty badly. They still haven't recovered fully from it. They've gotten close, but they've never been as good as they were before those sanctions got levied.
Did you guys see who won? Did you guys see who won the Heisman?
Yeah, Jalen Daniels. Congratulations to him.
Yep.
Didn't Lincoln Riley take over that team?
Lincoln Riley is the new coach at Penn State.
Lane Kiffin.
Or Lane Kiffin, I'm sorry.
No, Lane Kiffin is at Ole Miss.
Go look.
He's at Penn State.
He's at Penn State now. He was introduced as the new Penn State coach.
James Franklin they fired
James Franklin.
Wow.
Yeah.
Because he didn't get him to the damn playoffs.
When was that announced today?
That was announced like a week ago.
No, they hired Kiffin like a week ago.
Yep.
So he's been fired for a little bit.
Yeah, Lincoln Riley is USC, right?
Kiffin's
he's
that's what I was asking. Did Lincoln Riley take over that team after Pete Carroll left?
Not right away. There was
No.
a few guys before.
Lincoln Riley was at Oklahoma.
Yeah, Bama football has been one of the highest paying jobs in Alabama since the 60s. And they're not talking about coaching.
Oh, quick question. What that I was gonna bring Lincoln Riley more back, but what college coaches do you think have a chance for NFL job?
No, I still think Harbaugh, if he wants to go to the NFL, if he doesn't get suspended in like a long suspension, I think he has a good shot. There's like 3 teams rumored to him.
Why do people think it's a good idea to be a college coach to an NFL coach? I don't get it.
Well, Harbaugh's already been in the NFL, so
No, I'm saying I know Harbaugh. I'm saying like other guys. Like people think Lincoln Riley should be in the NFL.
I think they should be brought up as coordinators first and learn the NFL and work their way in myself.
Done teams like Carolina hiring Matt Rule.
We already got
Exactly.
pretty good evidence that it hasn't worked. I mean, look at Nick Saban, for example.
Nick Saban, Matt Rule.
I mean, the worst one was old Urban Meyer.
No, the second worst one was Cliff Kingsbury.
Yeah, that's who it was.
Yeah.
Chip Kelly.
Oh God.
Yeah.
Dave Wanstedt.
Yep.
Maybe Matt Patricia would be good at something. Maybe he'll go to college and be a good college coach.
James Burgess brings up one. Darryl Rogers. Who was the other one that was actually a really good coach? Came up for a couple of years and never amounted to anything. He was a good coordinator, but not a head coach.
You know who was not great? Spurrier.
Erickson, right? Dennis Erickson. Great coordinator, not a great coach.
Yeah, same with Spurrier.
Yeah, Spurrier was great as an OC, but as soon as he became the head coach of the Lou Holtz, another one.
There's a handful of them.
Yep.
I mean, there's been quite a few that has came up and not made it. Pete Carroll is the exception to the rule.
Yep.
Jim Harbaugh as well.
Pete Carroll, yeah. He's the only one I could really think of. That's
Steve Spurrier is who we were talking about. Steve Spurrier.
Yep. Then he went back to college.
Yeah, he went back to college and was successful for like a year and then kind of fell off again.
Yep.
Well, that's the Pick'ems. That's the show. Hey, this is the quickest we've ever got through the Pick'ems, boys.
Let's say.
You're not wrong.
Yeah.
But hey,
Yeah.
for the show, I got to say for you, JV.
Okay.
Bye this week.
Thibodeau is better than Aiden Hutchinson.
He's having a better year with a better coordinator. Yes, he is.
Exactly. He's better than Aiden Hutchinson. Got you.
Who has bye this week?
Who has the buys this week?
Yeah.
I don't care.
There's no buys this week. It's week 15.
I thought this is the last week of the buys, isn't it?
Yeah.
There shouldn't be. The buys usually in week 14. Is the last buys.
Yeah,
usually.
that was when it was 16. Now that it's 18.
I thought it was week 14 was always the last buy. I could be wrong on that.
Man.
I could have swore there was a bye week because I
think we just named all the games. I don't think anybody has a bye. Does New Orleans? Did you name New Orleans?
Nope.
No, they
Saints
got Carroll.
don't have a game.
They don't.
And I don't remember Saints.
Now I think about it, I don't think you did say New Orleans. That's the only thing I can think of.
Saints don't have a game, and that means there's 4 teams off because there's only 12 games, right? 1, 2.
Well,
No, if there's 4 teams off, there'd be 14 games.
Yeah, New Orleans. Oh, yeah, New Orleans does have a game. The Giants play them.
yeah, there's no bye week.
Yeah, there's none.
I didn't think so. I thought week 14 was last week.
I just can't believe they flexed. Yeah, buys are done.
Yeah, I thought so.
Oh, Jimmy Johnson was a great college coach that came up. He actually did great.
Yep.
Yeah.
The guy that took over for him, Barry Switzer, though, oof. He had one great year with all the players that Jimmy Johnson got together.
Yep.
And then fell off the planet.
Yeah. Well,
I know it's early, but we were talking about this in chats. Who wants to do a league mock?
Oh boy.
I'll probably start doing mocks with Jeremy.
I was in this. Wait till at
Mocks
least
happen.
Christmas.
Yeah.
We're leading the division. I'm not much into mocks right now.
No, I'm not either.
The only guy here that's probably into a mock right now is Jordan. Because he's picking second overall in the league.
No, he's
What do you
not.
mean? I've been doing mock since January of last year.
Yeah, Switzer did win one, kind of stumbled and drunk into it, but he got one. Absolutely, James. But
Well,
Jimmy
we got-
Johnson, he got what, back-to-back ones, and then Jerry Jones decided that he didn't like Jimmy Johnson having all the hoopla.
He didn't want him having all the credit. He wanted to show he could do it.
Right.
Thoughts on having a Brazil game next year?
Yeah.
If they do it at the same time at Carnival, whoo!
They do it at the same time as Carnival. Half the Raiders aren't coming back.
Yeah, because they'll be in the prisons.
Correct.
And not for driving fast.
Well, that was fast, show.
Speaking of mocks, I have not done much at all draft-wise. Who is getting named in our range, if anyone that matters? Trice, the DN that's having a great year for Washington. Kevin King out of Penn State. Is that right, Kevin?
Yeah.
Okay.
No,
No,
Kalen King.
Kalen King, corner out of Penn State.
Yeah.
A couple of the guards that are going to be late first rounders have been like Cooper Beebe. Guys like that.
There's a corner. I know Lions are a heavy zone team, right?
We don't know what will be next year because we're praying that AG gets a head coaching job.
Because they're a heavy zone right now, though, right?
Yeah.
Because Iowa got a corner named like Cooper DeJean, and he's like the best zone
Yeah,
corner.
but he had a calf injury that we don't know. That's why he missed the Big Ten game.
Yeah, because they had him as like the number one corner, but now he's like fourth.
Cooper Beebe would be a pleasant surprise. I do like that as a replacement for Jonah Jackson rather than re-signing him. Re-sign Glasgow for right guard. Get Cooper Beebe. Draft a decent center like late third round or early fifth round to back up Ragnow.
There's a defensive tackle, too, from Illinois that's supposed to be real good.
Oh, Josiah Newton?
Yeah. And I like the guy out of Texas, Tavondre Sweat. Get him in the third round or late second.
Yeah.
I like that kid. Look him up. He's got a
great
film.
I know this is a really good offensive draft.
Yeah, it's more about the wide receivers and the O-line. It's pretty deep there. Running backs, not so much.
It's more wide receivers. It seems like wide receivers and tackles.
Yeah, wide receivers and tackles are deep. The best tackle in the draft I heard is Joe Alt out of Notre Dame.
Yeah, and there's a guy Fashanu out of Penn State that's pretty good.
Fashanu.
Yeah, they're like the top two. And then the J.C. Latham out of Alabama.
Actually, I think it might be a second from many due to the fact that T.J. Hawkinson hit all his numbers, isn't it?
Yeah, we have two second rounders.
Yeah, we get mini second rounder. So yeah, if we could grab Tavondre Sweat with one of those, I want to steal Marvin Harrison from the Bears. Don't we all? But you know what? Let's say the Bears do start winning. Ooh, a 2. Nice.
It's not the Bears' pick, though. It's Carolina's pick.
Yeah, because he hit his yardage numbers and how many games he had to play for that to be the conditional third that becomes a second, right? Wasn't that what it was, Keegan?
Yeah.
With T.J. Hawkinson?
Yeah.
Will would like to have Marvin Harrison Jr. with his wide receiving core.
I would love that.
Marvin Harrison Jr. with Jonathan Mingo.
That'd be awesome.
Yeah.
Oh, Jordan dropped out.
Yep. He'll be back. But yeah, I'm gonna start doing some more game film watching and stuff like that, going through the YouTube stuff from earlier in the year, catching some more game film. Um, as far as the only guy from Michigan I think has a chance wide receiver wise getting picked in the first 2 days is Roman Wilson. I think Cornelius Johnson will be like a day 3 pick or a UDFA.
Another Mikey Sammer still might be
And
like
Mikey Sanders still will be a late day 2, early day 3 pick for corner. But there's a chance that Marvin Harrison's staying in school.
Yeah.
I saw a report that he's getting enough NIL money. He's thinking about staying.
$20 million offer. That's ridiculous for 1 year.
So they can. So they lose 22 transfers. And they bring back Marvin Harrison.
Yeah, which means that automatically makes their number 2 wide receiver the best wide receiver in the draft.
Yeah.
What's his name? Egba?
And Mecca Egbuka.
Egbuka. Yeah. Another Nigerian name hitting the. Wow. Well, great show, guys. Thanks, everybody. I want to say thanks to Gloss Negron. He does an excellent work. I also want to say thank you to FTP. No, it's not the florist.
Whoa.
What?
Hang on. Arch Manning entered the transfer portal? Oh, Malik Murphy entered the portal. Okay.
Yeah.
Is Ewers staying or going, bro?
Ewers is talking about staying.
I bet Arch transfers then.
Yep. And I also want to say to FTP, my other sponsor, not the florist, but who, guys?
Fuck the Packers.
And until Friday, which I will actually have the better version so we can actually watch my intro, have a great night. Try every day to be a better person you were the day before. For Jordan Edelman, Davidson, Tommy Cutlets, Kneecap, Millen Keegan, and Will Bogle. This is Smoking Jeremy B saying good night, folks.
Spay New Year, kids.
I heard you.
I know you.